So lads, we're in a drum here today. We're up with Dermot here from Biohiversity. He's going to take us through his colony of bees here and show us all good bees.
Lovely, yeah. Yeah, so we're going to just go through this colony here now, our native black bees. They're all native black bees here, seem to be going well with them. And not time we get hybridization, we try to breed that out and try and stick with the native bee that has evolved over the last 4,000 years. So generally I just give them a bit of smoke at the start, just to calm them down, let them know we're coming. There's different theories of why you smoke them. Some say it's that it mimics a forest fire and that they suck up nectar and stuff. But I think they do suck up nectar, and then obviously if they're on full tummies, they're not going to be as defensive, or they're not going to be trying to sting you as much. So this is our top crate. This is our honey crate, which is on above the supers, above the queen excluder. This is the brood box. This is where all the breeding happens, where you're producing your new bees. All happens here. Your queen is here, your drones, everything happens down here. Queen excluder, and then your honey super.
So typically, how many bees is in this then?
In this colony, there's probably this colony is probably up around 40,000. The bigger colonies can get up to 60,000 in the peak season before the swarm. So we kind of manage them then, and when they get the swarm season, then they tend to produce queen cells then, which is reproduction anyway. And we tend to manage that. So we allow them to raise a queen themselves, and we remove the old queen. Then we take her into a nuke box or whatever, and then our build a colony again. We allow these to raise a new queen then. So there is a new queen in this. I don't have her marked, but I want to just check and see, are they produce as a brood, and it is everything. Queen right is the term we use for the colony. So I'll just take the lid off the crown board off, and this super is actually full of honey. You see the packet up, then I'll have to give them another super later on. You can see where I broke the seal on it there now, that all that honey is dripping out then. So
when can you extract this honey?
I'll probably extract it soon actually, because I'm going to take these bees to the header. We kind of get 3 crops, like we get crops off the Iceland rape early in the year. There's usually Iceland rape local here. And then the summer honey, then the clover, the blackberry, all that, and obviously the horse chestnuts, sycamores, the hawthorn, all that. We get all that in the first part, then we finish off on the blackberry and clover. And then the flowering down here now is pretty much finished. So the header will be the next one for the bees. Then we take them up to August, Monday. I generally bring them up to the mountain, then up the Joust, up Wicklow, over Roundwood, and that's quite heavy there. You feel a bit of weight in that there. You feel that yourself, it's good and heavy.
That's funny there.
That's a polystyrene box, so there's no weight in the box itself. So this is your queen excluder. This was tiny, but there's the 3 different casts in this. You have your queen, you have your workers, and you have your drone. The drone is the male. The drone's really, his only purpose is for mating. And then this is your queen excluder. I think the queen excluder is 6 mil, where the workers can get through. The queen needs 8 mil to get through, so she's restricted to down to the bottom. So obviously, so we don't get any eggs in our.
This is where all the mating happens then.
This is where all the mating. This is the maternity ward, really. Yeah. Then I use a dummy board at the back. It just allows more freedom to work. You're not rolling bees against the back of the hive when you take it out. That's just your frame of bees that they must have eaten through the side of it here. Maybe stuck to the back wall. That's just the frame of honey and nectar. I'll move on that into the brood box where we find. It's really the inspection I'm doing here is to see, yeah, there's brood here. Now you might have heard me talking about queen cells earlier. This is a queen cell. They're starting to make 2 queen cells here, which is probably unexpected for me, because this is a new queen. They mustn't be happy with her. They must have decided to make new cells then. Now I will probably knock them down and just see what happens in the next few days. I'll monitor it then, because just tear that down. There is a larvae in it, so they are serious about making new queen. So maybe she hasn't made quite successful. Maybe she's not fertile enough or something.
And could the queen be dead? No.
She could, but very unlikely, because I haven't been in the hive for a week. Yeah. So the only person really who would kill the queen would be me. I don't think the bees would kill her till they had a new. They'd like to have a new queen first, So now maybe as we go through the colony, if there's a seal cell in it, she could be gone, So The queen won't be gone unless the cells are sealed. Now, there's a sealed cell. So yeah, the queen is gone in this case. That's a full frame of brood. Full frame of sealed brood. So obviously these weren't happy with her and they made this new cell. So this is a full sale of sealed brood. In 21 days these will all emerge. These are mostly workers. There's a drone there. That's that's your male there, yeah. He's there. As far as we know, they're sole purpose for breeding. There's another one here on the front. The drone has no sting. Yeah, I'll show you on the next one. I'll leave that one cell. I'm going to rely on that then to produce a new.
That's going to be your new queen.
Yeah. Now I'll leave only one cell. If I left two, they'll probably take a swarm and go again. So we really have to make sure to just leave the one cell then. Here you have drones again. Then there's a drone there.
You
then.
see the difference in.
Yeah, and they have a buff end, a buff tail on them. They don't have a sting, and you see they're much bigger, and then their eyes are way far bigger as well. The same with this guy here. It's just a buff tail on them. So their sole purpose is for breeding. And that's a nice, when we inspect brood too, we like to see nice compact brood pattern. You don't want to see too many gaps. There's a few gaps in that just where the wires, the frames are wired. There's a few gaps in it that way, but other than that, you don't want to see too. There's another steel cell there, so I'll move that out. We're relying, I already have one to rely on, so
So Dermot, then in relation to us here at Hedging.ie's native trees and hidden, what native trees and hidden really help the bees?
Yeah, I think the whole thing is that, the whole native thing is that we're breeding the native bees, and then the native bees have evolved over the last 4,000 years since the land bridge separated between Ireland and Scotland, and then they have developed their own traits then to survive, do best in Ireland, to be sustainable in Ireland. So the same then with obviously with the native trees, and for us the hazel is probably the earliest one. Like in February you would see the catkins hanging down on that, and be a pollen source for our bees. Not just the honeybees, for the bumblebees that have to the queens have to overwinter on their own, and those 80 solitary bees that we talked about earlier on, they all are dependent on it. Then you have the willow then comes in again. Again, it's another great pollen source as well. Then the dandelion actually is another source. It's nectar and pollen, and then like you're into then the sycamore and the horse chestnut, and that's been in there, massive producers. They say that a good big tree is as good as an acre of flower. Like so, I'd say we don't really know the full value of proper big native trees. And then like when you're into your hawthorn hedges and stuff, then in May, when even your blackthorn is there, your blackthorn could even be, I think maybe end of March, early April. If the weather was right, it's a huge benefit as well. It's all those early sorts are the critical thing, because the change of bees, when you go from the winter bees to the new bees, the spring bees again, then the winter bees have to survive the winter to raise the young bees to start your colony moving again then. So that's the critical point. And then the native trees, obviously, which have evolved best to suit our climate, and the bees have evolved to suit those trees. So they're the ones we want really. So really I suppose they are the early ones, the hazel, the willow, then your sycamore, then your horse chestnut, your hawthorns, your blackthorn and your hawthorn. They're huge.
Then I suppose the importance of the bee then again in ordinary gardens with the apples and the pear trees for pollination, like they help pollination, don't they?
Oh, without a doubt, yeah, like the big crops of apples here, Plus the other thing that I didn't mention is that, that when these hives are in the shade, most of our hives are shaded by the trees, that you want to keep the hives in out of the midday sun. So then if you have your trees for shelter, apple trees or cherry there, whatever we have, that they're hugely beneficial. And then, as you say, then the pollinators are hugely beneficial to the crop as well then. Not just the apple trees and stuff like that, but all the other crops as well, your beans, your oilseed rape and all, I think we're all hugely dependent on pollinators for all our food. So it'd be good.
So just like to say thanks to Dermot for bringing us up here and that educational video. It's interesting to know about the native Irish bee and how the native hedging can help the Irish bee. Dermot actually has honey available up here in Rathrum in the local shops. It's readily available there. He has his own website now coming in short. What's the name of the website?
Biohiversity. Yeah, we have it. We actually haven't got it up yet, up and running, but we'll have it up in the next couple of months. So it's just simply Biohiversity. then it's all about the honeybees, and then we do quite a bit then with the native pollinators as well. You have 80 native species as well as 20 bumblebees, so we're going to definitely do more on that in Hotel.
So thanks very much for that, Dermot.
Thanks very much. You're welcome, Annie.
So honey is readily available in all the local shops.